hard to imagine today, but 1.5 billion years ago, this is what Las Vegas looked like.
Back then, Nevada was at the bottom of the ocean.
What's making those bubbles?
Tiny bacteria at the bottom of the sea called stromatolites.
Those bubbles are oxygen. Over millions of years, these bacteria actually helped form the atmosphere we breathe today.
By 510 million years ago, the continents had started to take shape.
What's all that stuff piling up? It's called marine sediment, which includes salt and pieces of tiny sea organisms that built up on the ocean floor, eventually forming thick layers of limestone.
Today, you can see that same limestone in the foundations of the Spring Mountains and the Sheep and Las Vegas ranges.
Nevada was underwater for hundreds of millions of years. But by 200 million years ago, the oceans had receded, leaving behind an enormous expanse of sand dunes.
As the water drained away, it left behind minerals that acted like glue, causing the grains of sand to stick together. That process is called lithification.
That's how sandstone is formed. You can see great examples of it at Red Rock Canyon and the Valley of Fire. Around 160 million years ago, to the west of Nevada, huge sections of the Earth's crust were being pushed under the North American plate.
It created enormous pressure, causing the whole North American plate to buckle and mountain ranges to rise up. Near what is now Las Vegas, it formed the Spring Mountains. $17 million years ago, the Earth's crust was being pulled apart. As it stretched thinner, cracks appeared. These cracks are called faults. And where they formed, the Earth's crust fractured into huge chunks we call fault blocks.
These massive blocks toppled against each other like dominoes, creating the landscape of deep valleys and high ridges we know today as the Basin and Range. $15 million years ago, this was a hotspot of volcanic activity. The Earth's crust was pulling apart and growing thinner, so molten rock was able to rise to the surface.
Sometimes it came out as gentle lava flows, but other times it burst out as violent catastrophic eruptions. Today, you can still see remnants of lava flows and ash deposits in the northern McCullough Mountains. 10 million years ago, and the landscape looks pretty familiar. We're just waiting for Frenchman Mountain to arrive.
Arrive? Where's it coming from?
The Grand Canyon, about 50 miles away.
As the Earth's crust stretched, blocks of it broke free and began to slide westward along the fault beneath them. It took about 4 million years, but eventually Frenchman Mountain ended up here, in Las Vegas.
Welcome. Enjoy your time.
It took hundreds of millions of years to form this landscape, and just over a century for us to change the face of it completely.
Although it's happening too slowly for us to notice, geologic pressures are still at work, reshaping the landscape around us.
This valley will always be a work in progress. Even as we stand here today, Las Vegas is changing.
Imagine what it will look like in another million years.